Well, I love the waterfalls too facing the house. They built this stone wall that the water looks like it's coming out of. That's the spillway, vertical versus horizontal. And the water just flows out there and then flows back into the pond.
That 2.5 foot, 3 foot high waterfall is one boulder.
And when you saw that pitch, you knew that was gonna be a waterfalls.
Yep.
This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. It looks like a heart from up here.
It does.
It's a heart pond. Did you do that on purpose? Yeah. Design a heart pond?
Right here.
Look at this. You talk about art. What an awesome, I mean, that is just so cool. Wow. It just keeps going. There's a natural creek running back there. It's even got a little waterfall in it you can see. But water-loving people are water-loving people. So what town are we in?
We are in
Wrightstown. I go to so many places, I always get confused on where I'm at, but I am with Diane Baker, our longtime certified Aquascape contractor, and her husband Chris, and this is a water feature that was a brand new construction, huh?
Yes.
So you didn't have an existing thing you had to deal with here. You got to actually design from scratch.
We're meant to work with the developer,
okay,
with the excavation, but they got so overexcitable they went and dug the whole thing out.
Oh, so you had to come back, Phil?
We had to shape it up a little bit.
And so it's a first year water feature?
Yes.
Okay. The ecosystem's going to get established as the plants grow up and everything else, but I love the destination boulders again in this one, and pretty cool. So what was involved with the construction of this?
Very, very simple.
Okay.
Probably the toughest thing is getting the liner in there, wrestling it in there.
Is it a one-piece liner?
No, it was 100 by 50, and then we had the seam on about another 20-foot piece here. We had a couple of places.
Yeah, 100 by 50-foot liner is a couple thousand pounds.
Oh yeah, it's 5,000 square feet.
So I'm guessing you had a few other hands to help you besides your team of...
No.
You got it done.
Me, Phil, another guy we had last year, and the 2 girls.
Wow, that's impressive.
At the end there, we pushed it in, we rolled it as far as it would go, and then we kept rolling.
Now, how deep is this pond?
Oh, it's at least 5 foot.
Well, I love the waterfalls too facing the house. They're gonna look out over this and they're gonna see that back waterfalls. Can you explain how the wetland filter works here? Many of your ponds you're filtering with wetland.
Yes, it's such a simple way to do it, and on a pond of this size, you obviously can't really do it with biofuels boxes.
Yep.
You're going to filter a couple of thousand gallons at a time. There is, I don't know, 50, 60 odd thousand gallons in here. So we have an intake right at the far end.
That's where the pumps sit.
Where the pump sits. Pumps it into here. Pipe goes down to the bottom of this, which is about 5 foot deep. Upflow through the gravel. The plants are getting established and they're growing, and that's how you filter it.
Once a year, you just have to drop in a pump down in the snorkel right there.
Not even once a year. You get in there as your access.
So right down here, there's a series of centipedes. The snorkel comes up, you drop a pump down here, you back flush this whole filter, and once a year you have to clean that out. That's it.
Maybe not even once a year.
Nice stone. Wow. What is this stone called?
Pennsylvania fieldstone.
Nice.
It just grows out the ground here, so it's the cheapest rock to use, most abundant rock in the area, so that's what we use.
And I love the design that they built this stone wall that the water looks like it's coming out of.
Yeah, the generator and a lot of the electrical components.
So they use it to hide it.
Yeah, so the developer told us, oh, we've got to do this idea to make it look like it's coming out of the spring house.
Well, he achieved that. So you just have a waterfall spillway up there, right?
Spillway standing upright.
Oh yeah, I can see it. So right here, that's the spillway, vertical versus horizontal. And the water just flows out there and then flows back into the pond. Is it a lot of iron here?
Yeah.
I would appear to be in there.
So just high iron.
We're hoping that as the plants establish and also our water treatments, we've been maintaining it weekly.
Yep.
Struggle with the algae a bit. Again, new construction. Plants there's not enough nutrients. The plants are just starting to feed.
Oh my God, this will be crystal clear in another year.
Crystal clear last week.
Always like when you can as well. You can get a waterfall drop, which is basically one rock. So that 2.5 foot, 3 foot high waterfall is one boulder.
That is, yeah, I could see that. And when you saw that pitch, you knew that was going to be a waterfalls.
Yep.
Yeah.
We set that, we excavated the stream out, strap up the boulder, set it in, like, okay, it's still sitting up too high. Hold the liner back, excavate down a little bit more, try and get it exactly the height we wanted it to be.
Back and forth, back and forth. It takes a lot longer to set a big rock.
Yep.
But boy, is that beautiful. And not a lot of rock. Look at the number of stones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with a 7, 8 rocks. Oh, I see a fish down there. There's a few fish. They need some bruisers though. How long have the fish been in?
About 2 months. So they're still skittish. There's 60-some fish in here.
Yeah. This is a massive aquascape ecosystem recreation pond. New, but it's fantastic to know that this is just going to continue to improve with age as the plants grow and the ecosystem fully establishes itself. You know, not everybody can afford something like this, but if you're going to have a Ferrari home, why not have a Ferrari pond too? Hello.
Hi.
I hear that you have quite a splendid pond as well as some 2 nice pooches.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely.
And it's been here for a long time, and then these guys rebuilt it, huh?
Just a year. Next
Yep.
month will be a year.
Last year. Yeah.
And this must be your husband,
Irv.
Irv. All right.
Right.
So you had a pond for 6 or 7 years, and then across the pond rebuilt it a year ago.
Yes.
Okay, let's go check it out. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness.
It was rebuilt. We found Chris online, and my husband and I said, well, if we're either going to take it out or we're going to start over, let's go see Chris' pond. And we did. We went to see Chris and Diane's pond, and we said, that's it. We want one of them.
Amen.
Not so big.
Wow. And so some of the big ones are the originals, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Wow. What do people say that come to your yard for the first time and they see this?
They go, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Just like me.
Yeah, I would love to have this.
Do the dogs like it?
Love it.
Wow, look at this. So Chris, explain to me what you did here, buddy.
There's a pump hook and an inlet on that side, and at the top of the waterfall, there's a wetland filter.
I know that,
And
but
the
what
water's clean.
What did you build? What happened when you came here? What was it like?
Very shallow. Water clarity was actually pretty good. They had bead filter on there and an iron gen on there. Very small bog, but a lot of just tiny, tiny rocks. As I say, very shallow.
Yeah,
So we talked about trying to make it a little bigger, trying to make it a little better. Took the customer out to our house. Our house has got a ton of big rocks, and you know, it's a little bit more of a larger setup than they had.
Yes.
They loved it. Hey, let's come back. Let's go over some ideas, go over some budgets. Well, there's plenty of room here. We had talked about maybe even coming all the way out here. A little bit more than wanting to go budget-wise, but we've still got a beautiful, good summer. That's a 16 by 20 pond. We've got obviously a ton of water action coming down that waterfall. Lovely slope to work with.
So a project, a 16 by 21 pond with probably 25,000 pounds of rock?
Yeah, maybe, yeah, there was some rock here already. Which
Okay.
we could reuse.
So what would a project like this go for if you were to build it from scratch in somebody's yard?
This one came in 32,000.
So for $32,000, you could have something that everybody that walks in the backyard would go, wow. Wetland filter up here. So you moved it a little bit farther back so you can see it more from inside the house.
And this is much larger here.
Yeah, I think last time it kind of only came out to here, right?
Deeper, much deeper as
Yeah,
well.
we
Much
made it
deeper.
deeper because the fish were getting so much bigger and they needed more room. So we went deeper, extended it, and
we couldn't
relocated
really-
that.
What percentage of your work is facelift?
At least 50%
Yeah,
every year.
half the time that you're out there, it's somebody that had not the best experience with water features. There's 3 things about a water feature. A pond done right, a customer served right is a beautiful, low maintenance, enjoyable water feature. Is this a beautiful, low maintenance, and enjoyable?
We do nothing except once a week, which takes less than 10 minutes, is we add the beneficial bacteria,
Yep.
the liquid outside, herbal clean out a little bit here.
At the intake bay.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. That's it. All we have to do.
Just gorgeous. So do you spend a lot of time out here?
Every night.
That's your ritual?
Yep.
So what would you recommend to somebody? It took you about 3 or 4 times to get this right?
The right guy.
Right. It looks like a heart from up here.
It does.
It's a heart pond. Did you do that on purpose there, Mr. Softy? Design a heart pond? So nice. Everybody wants an Aquascape water feature. They just don't know it yet, which is exactly why I do these vlogs. And my goal with showcasing people's properties is that you get inspired to live the Aquascape lifestyle yourself. And how you get it right the first time is the best way to do it.
Exactly.
Because the average consumer gets 3 water features. Big, bigger, biggest,
That's
good,
what
better,
Chris
best.
said. Most people do it 3 times. And I says, well, this is going to be my big, big third and last time.
That's right, and you did it right. It's frustrating for us, though, when people have bad experience with water features, and that's why you want to hire a certified Aquascape contractor. A certified Aquascape contractor is not going to be the cheapest, but they will be the best because they've been trained in the 20-product, 20-step approach to building Aquascape water features. This is my 28th year doing this. This is not just a walk in the park. This is my profession. All of our certified Aquascape contractors take this profession seriously, and it's frustrating for us when people have bad experiences. The goal of a water feature is to be beautiful, low maintenance, and enjoyable for the consumer, and that's exactly what this is for this family. So Chris, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and Steve, we've had a lot of trouble getting the water to come out of all 4 sides. Using Aquascape's know-how and brilliance and their proper Aquascape fountain pumps. Look at that. Clear as can be because of the wetland filter in it.
Wetland filter. What a beautiful house, and then right around the corner is an Aquascape ecosystem water feature. Whoa, that is cool. You got a big stump with the water coming out of it? Wow. It just keeps going. Wow, look at this. You talk about art. What an awesome, I mean, that is just so cool. Tree stump turned into a waterfall. And listen to that sound, that echo chamber. There's a waterfall diffuser up there. Holy cow. There's a natural creek running back there. It's even got a little waterfall in it, you can see. But water-loving people are water-loving people. And so not only do they have a natural creek and a waterfall running through their property, they had across the pond come and build them a beautiful aquascape ecosystem water feature here too. What's a pondless waterfall like this, consist of? How do you estimate it? How do you build it?
Basically, we take the layout of the property, look for the best visual viewing areas. This house has so many viewing areas, whether it's coming down the walkway, sitting up here, there's a deck below, whether you're sitting down there. And basically, this particular customer wanted to hear the sound, nice babbling brook.
You nailed that in spades.
We wanted big rocks, we brought the big rocks in. It fits the area. A small little pondless would not have worked here.
Right.
We had to basically fit it in.
And you know what's interesting, Diane, about this? Is they have a natural creek back there, and yet he still built waterfalls up here.
To hear the sound.
Yep, because that creek doesn't make sound all the time, only when it rains. And look at this. This is just absolutely an exquisite work of art, custom creation, which is exactly what we say. This is artwork that we're doing. I mean, that stump in there, that tree stump with the waterfalls coming out of it, every one is just so different. It's not the same. No two water features are alike.
Every single one is different. The pondlesses are such low maintenance. People talk about them all the time that they hardly have to do anything to it.
That's right.
We winterize it, we set it back up in the springtime, and that's really it.
So how is the customer happy with it?
Oh, he loves it. This is one of the best things about his property.
I would absolutely say that.
He's very house proud.
Amen. So Chris, how long did a project like this take you guys?
A little bit longer than we should have done. We were a little bit short of guys, so we had a couple of people in just to help.
Yep.
Just labor. We would ordinarily probably budget 2 weeks for this. I think it probably took us 2.5. It was the end of the season, so it wasn't a massive big deal.
But in 2 weeks, you can make a complete transition. And what would a project like this, with all the rock work, all the pumps?
We did a little bit of work, those steps down through the end there. We were in at 53.
So for $50,000, you could have something that's a unique work of art, one-of-a-kind custom creation, which is what we say a water feature is. I mean, how many people have stumps with waterfalls flowing out of them in their properties? There's not a single person on the planet that's going to walk into this backyard and not notice and make a comment about this water feature. Right up there is a waterfall spillway diffuser, and look at this. How creative is that? A stump that he put the waterfall into. Not bad at all. Beautiful stream all the way down. I love my job. I love my art. This never gets old. If you're interested in having a certified Aquascape connoisseur create a one-of-a-kind unique work of art custom creation like this, please check out the link below, and you too could be living the Aquascape lifestyle.